Hello everybody. Sorry for this angle. I honestly don't really have anywhere to put my phone. Just bear with me. I want to try something new. Every time I'm scrolling on Pinterest, because that's where I get all of my inspiration for my crochet projects, I keep seeing filet crochet tops and skirts and dresses, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so beautiful. I've never tried it, so I want to try it. And that's what this video is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a tutorial because I've never tried it, and I kind of just want to maybe walk you through my process of when I want to try something new. So let's do it. Let's get into it. I'm super excited. Let me show you some of my Pinterest pins and kind of like the vibe that I'm going for with this project. I have a couple things saved. I follow this girl on TikTok. Her name is Belladonna. I think that's her name. I don't know if that's like her account name, but that's what this pin is tagging. This is kind of the vibe that I want to go for. Like this kind of style top, kind of like a tank top, where the bottom part is like a filet crochet pattern and then the top is just like regular double crochet. So that's kind of like the front of it that I want it to look like. I want the back to be like this, like buttoned up, like so, with straps going like straight back, because I really like this style. I've seen other crochet filet tops like this one. It's like a high neck piece, which I think is so beautiful. Yeah, Crochet by Belladonna. This is the girl I see all over my For You page, all over Pinterest. This top is beautiful, but I don't think I would ever personally wear it. It's just not my style. And a lot of those ones have a lace-up back, which I'm not really a fan of personally. I would rather like have buttons like that one inspo pic. So that's the vibe we're going for. This is my yarn that I'm gonna be using, or it's actually crochet thread to be specific. I think I threw out the label by accident. This is just from Michaels. I think the recommended hook size for this one was 3.5 to 3.75 millimeters. I think I'm gonna use 3 millimeter because I want it to look very dainty and small. So this is also size 1 crochet thread. Since I've never done filet crochet before, I looked up a couple tutorials on TikTok. I undid it now because I didn't want to waste any yarn, but I basically just did a test gauge square with my 3 millimeter hook. So for filet crochet, you're doing double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet to create like this kind of grid pattern. So I did the grid pattern and I made sure there was 10 boxes, at least 10 boxes, and then at least 10 rows. And I just measured how long that was so that I could create my measurements with that. I normally use Notion to write down all of my patterns. It just like keeps it all in one place. Just walking through my process, I did this all last night and I didn't record myself doing it because I don't know why, I just didn't. But basically, based on the style of top that I wanted to do, I knew that I needed measurement around my stomach. I don't need it around like this part, I just need it around my stomach because that's where like the filet crochet graph is gonna be. I measured the width of my stomach like in a circle here, so I measured that and I wanted it to be about 29 inches. So I just did some quick math, taking that measurement and then taking the measurement of how long 10 boxes were. That I found to equal 3.25 inches. And so I took the 29, I divided that by 3.25, which is equal to 8.9. And then I multiplied that by 10, which is 89, and then I just rounded that to 90. I like it to be an even number, so I just rounded that to 90. And so 90 is the amount of boxes that I'm gonna have for the whole width of it. That'll go around my stomach, that'll reach all the way from the front to clasp in the back. So I knew that I needed 90 boxes. And for filet crochet, from what I've learned from watching tutorials, 2 stitches is equal to 1 box. So if I'm gonna have 90 boxes, I need to multiply that by 2 because I need to have 2 stitches for 1 box. That gives me 180 chains to start with. I also did the same thing for the length, but I find that the length doesn't matter too much. And I have a really short torso. Like I'm only 5'3", and I don't like when my shirts go too far because all of my jeans are so high on me. So I always try to find tops that'll go like just above my jeans so that it doesn't bunch up too much. So I found that that length was only 7 inches of like what room I was working with for the filet crochet graph. So it's really small. For the length, we're gonna do 7 divided by 4 inches, which is how high 10 rows was. So 7 divided by 4, that is equal to 1.75. So if you multiply that by 10, that's about 17. So I knew that I wanted about 17 boxes. I kind of rounded that up to 20 because a lot of the graphs that I found on Pinterest, 17 boxes was not long enough, so I rounded it up to 20. So it might be a little bit longer than I want it to be, but I'd rather fit in more of the graph than have it too short and you not really tell what the graph is supposed to be. I've used this website before, but I use Stitch Fiddle if I'm using like any sort of graphic like pixel grid chart. So let me show you what I did. I went on Pinterest again. I just love Pinterest, like genuinely my favorite app. And I found a couple filet crochet graphs that kind of measured or kind of gave the vibe that I wanted. I knew that I liked the flowers. Now that I know how many squares I need horizontally and vertically, I kind of tried to find one that was a little bit maybe more horizontal and shorter instead of one that was like a square, because I know that I can't have a square on my thing if it's gonna be too big. I found this one, which was good. It was good sizing. I just counted the boxes on the grids here. So I then went to Stitch Fiddle and I just kind of like manually took the photos from Pinterest and put it on my own graph, because you can pick how long you want it to be. There's a specific option for filet crochet on the website, so I just picked that, and then you can kind of create your own custom size grid, which is what I did. So I just kind of like, I did a couple because I wanted to see how it would look, and I did all of mine 90 boxes by 20 boxes, and so this was one of the first ones I did. It's like a rose. It's pretty cute, but it wouldn't cover the sides, so the back would be empty, which probably would be fine. I'm just trying to like, I don't know, I'm trying to walk through for myself what I want to do. So that's an option. That one's actually not bad. I also did this one, which I don't really like. Oh wait, it actually doesn't look that bad. That's not bad. It's a little bit more horizontal. That's a good one. I like that one. I did this one too. They all look so much better on camera than on my computer. And then I think I did this one, was another one, but I didn't really like this one. My top two options are this one. This one's really cute. I think it would look good because you can see all of the squares too. Oh wait, hold on. This is too big. It's too big. I did it 35 boxes. Okay, this one will not work. Stick with the other one because I like how it goes a little bit longer and there's some leaves on it. It looks pretty. Perfectly 90 by 20 boxes. I have my measurements. I have my grid. That's really all. So let's get started. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Recently, I've been on my grind because I finished school. I finished my semester. I have like 2 weeks off of school until I go back in May. So I'm just kind of like, I have nothing to do. I have a lot of free time and I'm like, why not? Let's try, because I love the look of it. I've never tried this before. I did my research, did a little like, how is it supposed to go? I took my time making my graph. So I'm excited. I'm so sorry for this ankle also, by the way. Okay, I just finished my chain. I really hope I didn't miscount because I don't remember the last time I did 180 chains. Got my 180 chains here. I'm just gonna like double check that it kind of measures how I want. Okay, that's pretty big. I don't know about that. Okay, it's pretty big. All right, I don't really like to like frog things and do them again. I'm gonna do the first row and then see how it looks afterwards. I just finished the first row and I think it's perfect actually. I think my math did work out because it goes perfectly around right at the back. Perfect. And I think it is one of those cases where the initial chain will be way longer than you think, and then it just, because of this stitch, it kind of shortens it a little bit, so don't be alarmed. Also, I started my first filled in boxes there. I've got my boxes going. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna, I think, crochet some more, following along with my pattern that I have. I'm currently watching the show, or not watching, but rewatching because I've already seen it. The show Invincible. because I have nothing else to watch. Like, I really need another TV show recommendation. I feel like I've been so bored and tired of like everything on Netflix, everything on Crave or Disney Plus. I feel like I've seen everything, so I'm like really bored of watching movies and TV shows. I need some new recommendations. I've seen, like, I swear, everything. I just finished White Lotus, Yellow Jackets, that ended, so I'm just like, I have nothing to watch. So it kind of sucks that I have all of these crochet ideas ready to go, but I don't have a show or a movie to watch. So please help a girl out and give me some recommendations. I finished the pattern so far. This is going to be for the bottom portion. Yeah, it looks so good. I'm really happy with it now. So I'm just going to do the top part. I'm gonna go like kind of measure from the sides. I want it to start just here and then go straight up. And it'll just be like a bunch of double crochets for a number of rows until it gets to the right length. And yeah, I started watching the season finale, or not season finale, like the final season of the show You, which I literally started watching in high school, I remember, and it's the final season, so I do have something to watch now, and I'm really excited about that. So to measure where I want to start, I'm just going to just take some stitch markers and just kind of like measure with the stitch markers where I want it to go based on here. So I think here, yeah, here is pretty good. So I'm just gonna line it up, make sure that it's equal, like there's the same number of boxes on each side from when I start. This clip is probably really windy because I have an air purifier, by the way, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna do a row up, like double crochets, like solid double crochets. So in each box I'll put like a double crochet in each stitch, and then I'll put a double crochet in each box, and it'll just create like a rectangle that goes up, because this is the only part that I want to be like the grid. I want the top to be solid, obviously, so that's how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. I ran out of yarn, but I did, or thread, ran out of crochet thread. 14 rows of just like a double crochet, just to create a kind of square, and that was right in the middle of where I put my stitch markers. But I wanted to put this tank top on so I could show you just kind of how it's going. And then I did start the strap. I'm just doing kind of like 4 double crochets. I think it's across, yeah, it's like 4 stitches, but the chain 3 at the beginning of each row doesn't count, so it's like 3 double crochets each row and then the chain. So basically like 4 double crochets, and I'm just gonna do that. But I ran out of yarn, so I'm gonna do that until it measures all the way to the back. And then I'm gonna add buttons on the back to clasp it as well, but I just wanted to show. So it just kind of goes this far on this side and then this far on this side, just covers the front area. My plan is to scrunch it in the middle anyway, so I want it to be a little bit longer. I mean, it goes just above my tank top here, but I want it to be a little longer because when you scrunch it, it's gonna bring down the middle part, so I just want to make sure it was gonna cover everything, obviously. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. I actually really like it, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy with how this project is going so far. It honestly didn't take too long. I think I started it, yeah, a few days ago. And it's already almost done. I just have to get some more stuff, but it's looking so good so far. I think I'm gonna add some more detailing along the edges, kind of like a rounded stitch on the side. So I think I'm gonna add that just to add a little bit more to it, make it a little bit more of that vibe, maybe like fancier, I guess. I don't think I would wear like a tank top under it, but I mean you can to show the pattern a little bit more, especially if you're doing white. I know a lot of people like to wear something under it, but with black I feel like it's dark enough that you can see. But yeah, just wanted to do an update. It's really fun. I recommend like filet crochet to anybody, just because it's really fun. It's so pretty and dainty and cute, and I like it. So I've already used 2 balls of yarn for this project so far. Honestly, the square portion took up like a whole ball of yarn. I wasn't thinking that it was going to, but makes sense. So yeah, I will see you later. Okay, I'm done. Look at it, so beautiful. You can kind of see it. There's the flower and then the leaves on the side. I did kind of like a scalloped edge along the bottom. I added buttons at the back right there, and then I did kind of a scalloped edge at the top here, and then I just did my straps. I just kind of like measured as I went, made sure that every time that I put it on that the straps measured the length that I wanted them to, and then I just scrunched up. So you saw that I made the rectangle and then I just scrunched up together and then just stuck my sewing needle in and sewed it like that, and there it is. I love it so much. I think it's so beautiful and I'm really proud of it. So that was that. That's kind of like my process of how I make things. I usually see something on Pinterest, and then if I like it, then I try to recreate it and make it. And I feel like I'm at the point where I can look at something and kind of like know how I would make it, and so I want to maybe teach people how to get to that point and like what the process that I go through when I want to make something new is. And yeah, I don't know, thanks for watching.